there, Stampers, and thanks for joining me today. It's got this awesome accordion fold. This was made by my friend BJ Peters. She's super talented. And she used this really neat idea with the Stampin' Up! Grommets. This is a small grommet here and some microbeads inside. Awesome, huh? Alright, let's get started. I'll show you how to make it. This is basic black 5.5 by 8.5, and we're just going to fold this right in half. Use your bone folder for a nice crisp fold. And then we're going to fold back the front flap and use your bone folder again. So now, ta-da! That was super easy, huh? My Blush Blossom panel is going to layer right inside here. And we'll be using the Vintage Vogue stamp set. And this is brand new in Stampin' Up's 2010 Occasions mini catalog. And this is the clear mount version. It also comes in a wood mount version. So I'll be using some clear blocks on this. I'll be taking the border. We'll stick that right to a clear block. So we'll ink this up. This is nice, huh? I can see right through the block. We'll stamp that down. I'm intentionally stamping off the edge. And look at this. Can line it right up with the previous mark. Ta-da! That's nice. Next I'm going to take the F Friends, ink that up, and stamp this in the lower left-hand corner. And then I'll just use a little snail to attach this panel to the inside of the card. That little Friends is like a little present inside, hidden when you open it up. But there it is. 1 7/8 by 5 3/8. For this we'll be using the Big Shot to give it some texture. We'll be using the Big Shot finial press folder, and we'll slide that right inside the folder and make a sandwich with 2 cutting pads. We're going to put that sandwich on tab 1 of the multi-purpose platform that comes with the Big Shot and run that right through. And then when we open it up, we have a textured piece. I love that. And then to give this a little added texture and dimension, I'm going to take the Whisper White Craft ink pad and just direct to paper right on top. See how that just pops right out at you? And we'll attach that panel right onto our front of the card. Okay, this is 2.5 by 5. We'll take our paper cutter here. The orange blade slices. The black blade is a scoring blade. I'm going to slide this through to 4 1/4 and score. So we have a perfect little fold there. And then this piece will slide right on here. I'd recommend using sticky strip to attach this because it's going to be pulled a lot. So sticky strip, just run it right down here. Kimberly Van Diepen called this female duct tape. Ain't that the truth? I'm just peeling off the red protective backing, and then we're just going to take this and stick it right in the center of this front fold. So now once it's on, you just pull it and your card will open up. Cool, huh? This is very vanilla and it's 4 1/4 by 2 inches. I'll be taking Blush Blossom, stamping the large flower right in the center of the very vanilla, and then I'll be stamping it again on a piece of scratch paper. And then just cut out the flower that's on the scratch paper. Once your masked flower is cut out, we'll just place that on top of the one that we just stamped. And we're going to use this as a mask. I'm going to take the fancy foliage that was in there and stamp one on either side. There's one. There's the other. And once I've done that, watch this. Oh, it's like magic! Isn't that awesome? Now I'm just going to sneak this mask back on for just a second while I add some leaves to it. We'll be using Sage Shadow for the leaves. Woo, my Sage Shadow is sparkly, isn't it? So we'll just stick a couple of leaves on the top and maybe one down below. Next I'll be taking the mat from the mat pack. I'm going to place this right on top. Then I'll be taking a small designer grommet. I'll take it in black. These come in an assortment of colors. And just push that right into it. And then the back just flattens out with a hammer, and don't be confused, it's just my little boo-boo on the back, don't look. Just goes to show if you ever make a mistake, paper always has 2 sides, you can always use the other side of it. Okay, here is some cool stuff. I'll be taking some crystal effects, and I'm going to put a little bit of this in the center of the grommet. Gotta bring in a powder pal tray for this. These are micro beads, tiny, tiny little beads. And the reason why we need the powder pal tray for these guys is because they bounce. Seriously, had them all over the floor one time because I didn't have the tray underneath. I was just doing it in a hurry. Those just stick right to the crystal effects. Is that cool? Love it! And the rest of these little bouncy beads can go right back in. See that? They're bouncing right out. They're like little Mexican jumping beans. Isn't that gorgeous? Alright, before we attach this, just one more thing I want to do. And I'll be taking the Stampin' Up! Scallop Edge Punch. I like to use this one upside down. So we'll punch once, slide over to the last 2 scallops, line them up, punch again, all the way across. So once we got the scallop edge punched, I'll just take a little snail to attach. Okay, I know I said one more thing, but really there's 2 more things. I'll take that little mat and my paper piercer. I love this look. Pop a couple holes in there. Take a little snail. Oh, look at how cool this is. Oh my goodness, isn't that awesome? That just pulls open. On BJ's, she also took the modern label punch, used the words life happens, love helps, and punched that out with the modern label punch, and then used the big shot and the curly label die to punch out the border around it. Simply awesome, but it is absolutely stunning on its own. Without that, you could do either one. Absolutely love, love, love this. I hope you've enjoyed these cool techniques and this fancy fold. Huge thanks goes out to my girl BJ Peters. She is so talented. This was awesome. Thanks for joining me today.